Do you want to launch your first website, application, or maybe your first project? In this video, I am going to guide you on how you can buy your first VPS server. Don't panic, very simple way. Let's get into it. Welcome to SaaS Media Studio. On this channel, we create lessons about cloud computing, website development, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, UI, UX designing. So if you want any of these content, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and also like this video if you're already enjoying it. If you have any question or suggestion, leave it at the comment section. Now, let's head straight to the video. So the full meaning of VPS is virtual private server. That means you are going to own everything by your own self, privately, without any interference from the providers or from any other person, right? So you need this if you want to control your own website, if you want to manage your own website, if you don't want any interference from anyone. So I'm going to teach you how you can buy a VPS server. I mean the best way to buy a VPS server and the best for your website, the recommendations, the cheapest price you can get, and also the best resources you need based on the kind of website or application you want to host on that VPS server. In order to follow along with this tutorial, you have to get these 4 things. All right, so the first one is a payment method. So it could be a credit card or PayPal. That is what most VPS providers use. They use PayPal and credit card. Others also use cryptocurrency and Skrill to accept payment, right? But the basic one they accept is PayPal and credit card, right? Yes, you can use virtual card and it's going to work, right? The second thing you need is an email account, right? So you need an email account. Then you need your personal details like your name, your location. It is not really important, but you need that, and at least 5 to 10 minutes of your time. So this is what you need to follow along in this tutorial. So these are the best 3 VPS providers I have scanned for. Okay, the first one is Contabo, and Contabo has port 25 open by default. So those who want to create an email server, SMTP servers can use that. Hostwind is the same thing, but Linode, you have to contact them. At first it was like that. I don't know whether they have changed back to allow port 25 being defaultly opened. All right, so you can contact their support team to find out. So these are my best 3. What I use mostly is Contabo. All right, they accept credit cards, they accept PayPal. But as for the Hostwind, I've also used it before. Yes, and they accept credit cards, PayPal, Alipay, and cryptocurrencies. Right, for Linode, you need credit card, PayPal, and Google Pay. All right, to purchase their VPS. So you can check them out. So first of all, we need to visit them individually. The first we are going to talk about is the Linode, right? So let's go and check out their pricing. All right, yes, so when I scroll down, you can see we have dedicated CPU plans. We are not going to talk about this. We are going to talk about the cheapest one, which is the shared CPU plans, right? So we have Linode 1 with 1 gig. All right, we are paying $5 per month. This is the amount you're going to pay per hour. And we have 1 gig of RAM and 1 CPU and 25 gig. Right, now before you choose the best VPS server for your project, you need to know what your project requires. Okay, the minimum resources your project requires. Okay, so I have something here for you to follow along, which is this. Okay, so if you want to build a small website like a business website, you need 1 CPU, 2 gig of RAM, and 20 gig of storage. Now if you are talking about a big website like an e-commerce website, you need 8 cores of CPU and 16 gig of RAM, okay, and also 200 plus gig of storage, right? But you can go for 2 CPUs and 4 gig of RAM if you want to build a website. Even for the e-commerce website, if you are talking about hybrid, that's why you need this kind of big resources. But if you are going to build an e-commerce website where you are going to sell your own product, you can go for 4 gig of RAM and also 2 CPUs, right? So before you choose your VPS provider, you need to consider these resources requirement. And secondly, if let's say you want to install a control panel, you have to first go and search for the system requirement of that control panel before you buy a VPS server. For instance, let's say if you want to install ISP config, with ISP config you need minimum of 2 gig of RAM and 2 CPUs, you understand? So you have to check their system requirement before you purchase your VPS server, right? So let's go back to Linode. Okay, and this is Linode, right? So for us to get this, which is the small site, 1 CPU and 2 gig of RAM, we have to purchase their Linode 1 gig, for that is $5. Okay, so 1 gig of RAM and two okay, so that will not work because we are talking about, let's say 2 gig of RAM. Okay, so for 2 gig of RAM we need this one, rather, so Linode 2 gig. Okay, so that is 2 gig of RAM and 1 CPU, and you're going to get 50 gig of storage. So if you want to go with Linode, you have to pay $12 per month for your small website. But if you are looking at the bigger website, which you need 8 CPU and 16 gig of RAM, you will have to go for this, so which is 8 CPU and 32 gig of RAM, which you are going to pay $192 per month, right? Yes, now, so that is it. The next one we're going to talk about is the Hostwind. Okay, with the Hostwind you are going to pay approximately $10 per month to get 1 CPU and 2 gig of RAM. That is for your small website. But if you are looking at something bigger, okay, like a big website, you are going to pay like $125 per month, okay, which is 8 CPU and 32 gig of RAM. All right, so that is it. But my best is Contabo, because Contabo is very cheap. Okay, so you can see with 4 CPUs and 4 gig of RAM, I have to pay approximately $5 per month, which is way lesser than the 2 VPS providers we talked about. Let's say if you want to build a bigger website, you just have to click on View All Cloud VPS to find out the best offers. Okay, and you can see over here that we are going to get 8 CPU cores, okay, and we are going to get 20 gig of RAM and 200 gig of NVM, which is approximately 400 gig of SSD, and we are going to pay $14 per month. So you can see that Contabo has the very cheaper price. And one good thing about Contabo is that you are going to get port 25 opened by default. So I love using Contabo. So in this video I am going to guide you on how to purchase your first VPS server using Contabo, but the process is almost the same. Okay, so whatever you choose, you can just use this process to purchase your VPS. All right, so I am going to choose this very first one, which is $4, approximately $5 per month. So I'm going to click on select. All right, so now just scroll down and select your term length. Okay, so if we have 1 month, we have 6 months, and we have 12 months. Right, so if you want 1 month, you are going to pay approximately $5, which is $4.95 per month. Then if you want 6 months, you are going to pay $4.70 per month, so which is multiplied by 6. That's what you are going to pay in. So when I click on that, that means you are going to pay $28 for 6 months, right? So I am going to select the first month, okay, or the 1 month. So for the region, make sure you choose a region which is very close to your targeted audience. So let's say your target country or audience are from USA. Okay, make sure you choose USA, okay, whether USA Central, East or West, that's cool. Well, so if you are in Germany, Italy, you go for the European Union region, you understand? If you are in Asia, you can go for Singapore, Japan, India, and if you're in Australia, you go for Sydney, right? So let's say someone who is from Ghana will have to go for European Union because it's more closer to us than any other region. Okay, so I'm going for the European Union, right? Scroll down, then you select your storage type, right? So I am going for 200 gig of SSD. That's cool. Or better still, I can go for 100 gig of NVMe. Now the difference between the SSD and the NVMe is that the NVMe is faster than the SSD. You understand? Yes. So I'll choose the NVMe. Then I scroll down and I'm going to choose my operating system or my image, right? So I can install Ubuntu, I can install a custom image or Windows Server, which is RDP. Can also install control panel like cPanel. All right, I can also install Plesk. Right, for the purpose of this video I'm going to use Ubuntu, which is a Linux distro, right? So I'm just going to click on this to select what I want. So I'm going for Ubuntu 2020, Ubuntu 24, right, which is the latest now. I'm going to scroll down so I see networking. Now you can see the private networking, it should be no, right? Or else if you want private networking, you are going to pay $3, right? And I'm going to, we are going to save money, so you are not going to enable private network. Okay, yes, it should be public. When you choose public, you just have to set it up properly. So in my next video I'll make a video on how to set up your VPS server properly. You understand? Yes. So you can use two IPs. Okay, when you buy this plan you are going to get one IP address, and when I click on it I can add additional IP address for $4.50, right? Cool. So you can scroll down. We leave everything default. Don't bother about the SSL certificate. Basically they are going to do the installation for you, but we can install it ourselves, so there's no need for the monitoring. You are going to monitor everything by yourself, so we will go for none. And for the unmanaged, we are going to manage everything by ourselves. So if we ask Contabo team to manage for us, we are going to pay $144.99, which we cannot pay, so you will just leave it as free, right? Scroll down. This is your username. Make sure you copy it and save it somewhere. So this is my username, and we have to generate a password, which is to click on the generate new password, and we just have to copy our password to somewhere safe. So I'm going to paste it here, then I'm going to click on next. All right, so you can choose to use your business details to register, or you can use your own name or your personal details to register, right? So I'm going to choose private individual, which is a sole proprietorship, right? Yes. Then the salutation, if you're a man, choose Mr. If you're a woman, Miss or Mrs. I don't know. Yes, so that's it. So I'm going to just enter my details over here. Just fill in the form. All right, so I have filled in the information. Scroll down, then enter your email and confirm your email. All right, so I have filled in the information. All I have to do is just click on next. All right, so now we just have to move and make our payment, right? So now you can see they are asking for a setup fee, because they are asking for a setup fee because I already have an account with them. All right, but if you are now creating an account with them, you are only going to pay $4.95, right? So just enter your card details, or better still, you can use your PayPal to make the payment. When you are done, just click next, and that is all. Right, so now listen, after registering, an email will be sent to you, and when the email is sent to you, that email contains your login details for your Contabo dashboard. I'm going to open a sample email for you to see how the email looks like. All right, so this is the login data for your VPS server, right? So that is my IP address, the server type, the location. I can access it on the web, okay, using the VNC web, right? Then this is my VNC password. Now you can see this is the username and the password we generated, right? So that is the VPS server details. Now if you want to cause changes to our VPS server, we have to do that on Contabo dashboard. So they are going to send us Contabo login details. Let's go and check that out as well. All right, so this is how the second message looks like. Okay, the login details for your Contabo dashboard. All right, so you can see this is my login email and this is my password. You understand? Yes. Now after this, an additional email will be sent to you, and this is identity verification. Don't panic, it's very easy, right? And this will be the first email they are going to send to you. So dear sir or madam, once again, thank you for your order and trust and the trust you have placed in Contabo. There is just one final step you need to take. This is your response to this email. Without your response, there is a risk that we can't set up the product you have ordered. You understand? So this is it. You just have to enter your name, your first name, your last name, your address, city, zip code, country, and your telephone number, and a scan of your passport, driving license, or national identity card. So they need your ID card, your passport, to verify. So you can use any of that, okay? So whether passport, whether driving license, or your national ID card. Then a telephone, electricity, or any other utility bill. You can use water bill to make sure it contains your name and your address. Well, a simple edit can get it verified. You understand? So this is what you need. And after you send them this, within a day you are going to get a result, a positive result. I bet you. So this is basically how you can go about the registration. Now, since we have been able to buy our VPS server, we need to access it, right? So we are going to use a software to access this, and that software is called Putty. All right, so I'll leave the link of Putty at the description. Just click on it and you'll be redirected to their main website. All right, so this is the official website of Putty. Just click on download Putty, then install. It's a very simple installation process. Okay, just click next, then install, and you are good to go. Now I'm going to open Putty, so I'm going to just open it, and that is it. At the host name and the IP address section, just paste your IP address over here, leave everything default, and click on open. We are just going to do this. All right, so I'm going to paste my IP address there, then I'm going to click on open. Now it is asking me of my username, so log in as root. Okay, that's my username. Then enter. Then I have to paste my password, right? So I just have to right click here to paste it. So since I right clicked on the black space, it is going to paste it. So when you right click twice, it is going to paste the password twice. So just mind how you right click. Okay, so just once and press enter, and you can see welcome. This is Contabo, right? Then welcome. So this is how you can access your VPS server. So I can just type ls to list the applications. So I have installed application on this VPS server. Okay, so this is how you can buy your first VPS server. Now I have made a video on how you can host a website on your VPS server. I'll leave the link at the description, and how to install or set up a WordPress website on your VPS server using the Hestia control panel. I'll leave the link at the description as well. Those who want to learn how to create an email server or an SMTP server, I have a course on Udemy that will teach you exactly how to do that, and I'm going to use 2 strategies or 2 steps to do that. Make sure you go and check that course out. Very cheap course. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Give me some like. If you have any question or suggestion, leave it at the comment section, and let's meet in the next video. Goodbye.